aware of the band's reputation, and long before the Detours took the stage, the hall was full of the Stones' own boisterous fans. These were the days when the stage was still screened from the audience by a curtain, at the larger venues anyway. It was a holdover from an earlier era, but many bands were making good use of it as a dramatic effect. This particular evening, Townshend stood at the side of the stage watching Keith Richard. He swung his arm up, he says, in a swirling motion before the curtain. Then as the curtain opened, he sort of brushed it away and they went in to come on. This gesture, later dubbed the windmill, was born in that one brief moment. Once more, Pete seized on opportunity, transforming Richard's lazy gesture into a thundering spectacle which would soon become his trademark. Armed with this new ammunition, Townshend and co. soon commanded the teen stages of West London. Their sets offering extended variations of scorching rhythm and blues, blasting from towering double stacks of Marshalls. Then one April evening in 1964, materializing seemingly out of nowhere at the Old Field Hotel, Greenford, appeared an elfin apparition, as Daltrey termed him, with dyed ginger hair wearing a flaming crimson suit. Roger explains, word had gotten round to all the local groups that we were looking for a new drummer, and this guy with great big brown eyes out of the audience said, "I play the drums a bit, can I have a go?" So he got on the drums, played 2 songs, and by the end, the whole kit was in pieces. Keith Moon was then a 17-year-old puppy-eyed imp from Wembley, fresh from the Beachcombers, a so-called surf group, proliferating tunes highly derivative of the Beach Boys. The way Moon saw it, his talent was tailor-made to the loud, raucous sound of The Who. The over-the-top ginger man was immediately presented with a left-hand job offer from Messrs. Townshend and Daltrey. "You'll have to give up work," they informed him, "and there's a gig on Monday. If you want to come, we'll pick you up in the van." With the final lineup now in place, their manager Pete Meaden set his sights on their material, infusing a bold new twist into their fairly traditional R&B approach. The group underwent yet another name change. In his quest for grand commercialism, Meaden rejected The Who as being too obscure and quickly landed upon the High Numbers, a name alluding to the top of the charts, as well as the digits mods often wore on their T-shirts. Eventually, however, the relationship between The Who and Pete Meaden soured. As a result, Kit Lambert and Chris Stamp took over management, and once again renaming them The Who encouraged them to back the likes of Dusty Springfield, Tom Jones, and even Marianne Faithfull. Thus, they were soon escaping London for weekend junkets to Leicester, Oxford, and even Glasgow, playing support to the wide-eyed Lulu. Meanwhile, The Who continued their residency at the Railway Hotel, churning out the sizzling extended covers which had become their trademark. That autumn, a stage extension at the Railway elevated the band perilously close to the ceiling rafters, especially Townshend, a lean 6-footer. One night, during a dramatic exercise in feedback, the guitarist flung his instrument into the rafters where it bonged and vibrated to the delight of the audience. During the band's second set, some front-row enthusiasts, mostly Townshend's art school chums, encouraged an encore of the amazing feat. This time, however, as he launched his 12-string Rickenbacker upwards, his guitar snapped, the neck dangling from the ceiling. Word soon got around the following week, and a packed railway crowd eagerly anticipated a repeat of the spectacle. When Townshend, admonished by Daltrey, Entwistle, and Lambert, Kit ruling it was too expensive, refused to comply, this time Moon took up the gauntlet, smashing his kit in a grand finale. Not surprisingly, the antics quickly captured the attention of the press, and when Lambert learned that photographers were showing up at the gigs, the wily manager not only approved the destruction, but actually encouraged it. From the wings he would shout, "Go on, smash your guitar! The Daily Mail's here! Don't worry, we can afford it!" Soon their rapidly improving act landed them a coveted regular Tuesday night gig at the popular Marquee at 90 Wardour Street in Soho. The Who, meanwhile, quickly found themselves on the treadmill of releasing a new record about every 3 months. With a minor league string of hits behind them, the group was soaring in popularity, becoming a major attraction on their European tours and at jazz festivals, having outgrown pubs for theaters and proper ballrooms. They were now commanding up to £300 to £500 per appearance, plus a generous piece of the gate. Unfortunately, by 1967, Townshend and The Who found themselves at an impasse. The popular BBC television show Ready, Steady, Go, boosted by its mod following, had reached the end of its run, and The Who as their house band theirs. Now that Maud was dead, however, the band was left without an identity, their fee dropping to a meager £50 per gig. They were too big for the pubs, yet ballrooms were hardly their venue. Like all bands, they had to change with the times or be buried. Not surprisingly, it was top American DJ Murray the